right. Welcome back to the Top Engineering Cultures podcast. Today I have Benu. I would love for you to introduce yourself, tell us a bit about your company. Nice to see you here.
Thank you so much, Nate, for inviting me. So, yeah, I'm Benu Agarwal. Excited to be here. I'm a president and founder of Milestone. Is a digital platform and solution company. We've been in the business for 30 years and working globally across various verticals.
And so we've chatted a bit before, and I think, it's funny because I should rename this the AI podcast because all the execs I'm talking to, that's all we talk about. So I'd love to kind of hear your perspective and how you're building for AI and how you think about things going forward.
Wow, yes, absolutely. It's literally changing every single thing. So yeah, when it comes to product, we actually built or released our first AI product last year. And then we brought in AI orchestration layer on top of our current platform because our current platform has been uh, uh, is making it, or we've been at it for last 20 years. Building a brand new platform was not possible, so we had to bring AI orchestration layer on top of
hmm
our current platform.
And how do you think about that when you have legacy software and technical debt and then bringing in new things like AI? Is it
Yeah,
super difficult, I imagine?
I, I don't think it's
And maybe tell me a bit more about actually what the software is.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So think of us as a digital platform, which basically helps you with your entire journey from discovery to acquisition to conversion to experience. With AI, things actually accelerate because now you can create orchestration layer on a fly. You can fix those workflows rather than just going deep into your SaaS platform strategy.
And like building more and more and more
Building more and
features,
more.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
example, a classic thing, if you're building something for SaaS, you're gonna store all that data and then you're gonna curate all that data. But you don't need to do that when it comes to AI because AI already has all that data about your customer or about your business. You just have to
That's
store
something
it.
I've heard that's been super interesting from other execs because the unstructured data has been really hard to handle in the past.
Yes.
And so with AI, you can just kind of throw stuff at it and get good things out. Whereas before, you have to think much more structured, you have to put data in certain ways, etc.
Yeah, yes and no. I do feel for AI to do really well, or for businesses or brands to do really well, you do have to fix your data, right? Because
Of
AI
course.
is trained on long-term data and short-term data. Long-term data which is available all over the place. Short-term data is business data, which AI models are trained on, right? So even if you're customizing any model. Only challenge is that if your data, your internal data is not consolidated, it's not clean, then
Mhm.
training your
Which is most companies.
yes, which is most
Yeah.
companies. So that is why my favorite saying is AI is not about bouncing back, it's bouncing forward.
And so tell me a bit more about your team, how big you guys are, what your role is specifically.
We are around 300 plus folks globally located.
That's my favorite size, 100 to 500.
Yeah. We are based in Silicon Valley, but we have offices in Colombia,
And most of your customers are US or global or
US, Canada, Mexico. Some of them are global as well.
kind of North America focused. Yeah.
We do work with global brands, Fortune 500, and we do have various verticals starting from hospitality, travel, banking, and various others.
And is it primarily like, tell me a bit more about the offering and how you find customers, how you think about your customers, who the ideal one is?
I think when you're running business for 30 years, there's a lot of word of mouth.
Well, it's a long time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just do a good job and people will talk about you.
exactly. So a lot of our business is word of mouth, share platform. We are releasing our platform for our marketplace. Of course, thought leadership. A lot of this is just building your community.
And when you're thinking about like your team specifically or the whole company and hiring, how have you changed how you think about that with AI, doing more with the same amount of people, not hiring yet, kind of thing?
I think it's not just doing more with same amount of people. It is doing different things with same amount of people. So for example, your content writer today needs to become content strategist. Your
Mhm.
coder today needs to not only code, but they need to be able to see if what they're coding aligns with workflows and aligns with impact they're trying to create, right? Because a lot of coding can be automated, or a lot of content
A
creation can
ton,
be.
honestly, a ton. I'm sitting here just like telling it to do things and creating random stuff, and it's like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I decided, I don't know why I did this, but I decided to do a master's in computer science at Stanford. And, I have to try not to use AI. And it can do the homework, the whole class, it could do it in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, but you don't learn anything, obviously. And when you're thinking about that and content strategy, do you feel like it's Excel or Figma or Photoshop where it's a tool that amplifies good people, or do you think it's going to get to a point where, one person is doing 10 people's jobs now?
I don't think AI is honestly about tools, or it's about, yes, absolutely. You can bring in a lot of efficiency in
Mhm.
your workflows and in your throughput. But AI, in my mind, is all about creating that culture of curiosity. And it is hard because a lot of senior execs, the mindset is always, I've done this for 30 years. Yes, you did this for 30 years.
That's a super good point. Yeah, because it's like with all this knowledge, you need like just good decision making capability.
Yeah.
And I worry about the kids, like, are they going to be able to discern what is good stuff from bad stuff? Because when you use, especially now, it's going to get better. But like, if you're an expert in something, sometimes it's real wrong, and you have to be able to discern what is good, what is not. And so you, like you said, you become not a content writer, but a content strategist.
Yeah, yeah. So what I would say, building AI first culture is a foundation.
What does that look like to you?
Well, that starts from very first thing is mindset. As senior execs, we need to have open mindset. We need to know that we don't know it all. We need to create a
Mhm.
culture of learn it all because it's so brand new. So everything you were doing manually can be automated, but that can only happen when we know that we don't know anything and we
Right.
learn it all.
Do all the other execs feel like this? Because I've seen like scared and embracing, like both sides.
Well, it's a process of ensuring that people feel that way, right? So
Mhm.
in my mind, it's almost like a 8-step process. First is build your culture. Culture needs to be learn it all. Then you go into from your culture, you figure out what are problems you want to solve. And problems needs to be, most of the time these problems are cross-functional problems. But then when you're thinking about problems, it also needs to align with company goals and metrics and throughput. And then you take a next step is, who are my igniters, right? People who are curious, and what is my upskilling plan?
People definitely take to it or don't,
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
we
yeah,
on our team, because we're mostly engineers, it first started with me messing around and my co-founder saying, "Oh, this is stupid, like it's nothing." And then a month later he was like, "This is incredible." And then a month later he was like, "Do you think our devs are using this?" And then a month later it was, "Should we make them use it and pay for everyone to have it?" And going from like, I was using it in secret to, let's talk about it, let's make it part of the culture, let's make sure you're using it because everybody else will be. And it's like, not, if you're not using the best tools, you're just going to fall behind. But you have to kind of embrace it for sure. And I think, well, and especially like an older company, we're 10 years, but 30 years, like I would say both of us in Silicon Valley, kind of older companies, once you get past five, you can get kind of stuck in your ways.
yep, yep.
Yep.
And I don't think it's really Silicon Valley. I think Silicon Valley has amazing culture, but because there is just so much innovation here. But it's just the mindset, right? That I had 30 years of experience. Yeah, but that 30 years of experience is super valuable if you create a culture of learn it all, right? So,
Yeah, because you know how to wield the tool basically, whereas people without that experience don't know and they haven't seen the ups and downs and there's always some hot new thing.
but going back to culture, what I was talking about, 8 steps. So, first step is learn it all culture. Second is step is what problem you have to solve. Third step is your people, your upskilling plan with your people. Who are your igniters, who are your anchors, who are folks who are gonna embrace this, and how does that align with organization goals and outcome. And then fourth is running proof of concept, because every tool is not gonna fit into every organization. Fifth is measuring impact and embracing change, right? Which is the hardest thing, because like you said, folks are worried about reducing job, eliminating job.
People get scared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But point here is increasing throughput is the foundation, not just replacing.
It's an amplifier for, to
It's
me,
an
it's a
amplifier.
10x Xer, you know? Yeah. Well, we got to five. What are the last three? Because you said there were eight.
Yeah, so I said celebration,
Okay.
acknowledgement, celebration, and then measuring impact, and then get to the new workflow.
Yeah. And adopt it and just go.
And then provide all the tools and technology, right? So that's, you can't just provide all the tools. You have to be curated on where data is going to sit in, what are the guardrails, what is your security, how do you make sure that information is available to everyone.
And with your software, are you running your own LLM? Are you using an open source one and implementing it like within a secure data structure? Or how do you guys think about that?
Number two, so we have a platform where you can pick any large language model, and then you can pick based on what is specific problem.
What's best? Yeah.
And then
Do you have a favorite?
yeah. Well, I always like, I'm actually okay both with Gemini and ChatGPT, but
I feel
Gemini,
like Gemini, because everybody has Google Workspaces.
yeah,
I hear that a lot, and I don't use it too much. I call her Chatty. I use ChatGPT and then Claude and Cursor when I'm coding.
yes, yes, yes,
But I hear Gemini's the best now.
yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
What gets you most excited for the next couple years?
Well, most exciting thing is opportunity AI.
Not the singularity?
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about or say today before we wrap up?
Yeah, I think, there is, like I said, um, there are several things which is,
And you're very articulate, so maybe I'll just come work for you. You know, very nice executive, I can tell.
thank you, thank you. Yeah, no, I would say AI offers some amazing opportunities. Even somebody at my level, since I'm sitting and taking classes and courses, so you
Oh,
have
cool.
to constantly keep updating and keep
D-
changing.
Do you do the image AI stuff too, like Midjourney or Dolly, or is it mostly like text-based that you're
Well, we
interested
do
in?
bring that in our platform.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. One of our clients is a consumer product company, and, a typical photo shoot could cost 100K or something, and they're popping out stuff with AI that looks just as good in 30 seconds once you find the right prompts. It's incredible, but also scary for those photography agencies.
Yes.
Well, this has been great. Thank you for joining me, Benu.
Oh, absolutely. You're welcome. Thank you for reaching out. Hopefully, it is helpful. And if anybody wants to hear a little bit more about what I share for search, is all on Search Engine Land. I write monthly articles there.
Oh,
And
cool.
then if you just search for Taking Bold Steps, it's an initiative which is very near and dear to me, along with
Yeah, I'll
my
definitely get those
full-time
links from
job.
you and share when we share out the video.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Nick. Take care.
Awesome. Thank you.